Hi everyone, it's Claire back again. Now I do realise that this video may only appeal to those of you who are nail polish fanatics and also are excited about Game of Thrones coming back on the TV. But even if you're not a Game of Thrones fan, we've still got some nice pretty polishes for you to have a look at. So this is a collaboration between myself and the lovely Lady Lisa and Cronall, Mrs Cronall, who Catherine came up with these 8 questions. So this, I suppose, is our way of making the 8. And if you're a book reader, you'll know what that means. So let's get straight into it. The first question is, who is your favourite character? So I kind of went for a character that I don't think is going to be lots of people's favourites, but she's been a constant favourite for me ever since she appeared in the books, and that's Brienne of Tarth. Now, I could have chosen a number of different polishes to represent my favourite character, Brienne. I was thinking initially of Rage, which is the kind of coppery, goldish metallic that reflects her current armour, but I've chosen this beautiful Chess U Dog, which is crow's toes polish. Wow, look how sparkly that is. And this represents the Sapphire Isle. She's a lady from Tarth, which is known as the Sapphire Isle, not because of sapphires, but because of its being an island in the sea, and the sea is sparkly like sapphires, and I just love Brienne. In fact, one of my cats is called Brienne. So this represents my favourite character, Brienne of Tarth. So next up is favourite house, and I've chosen Spellbound by Glam Polish to represent the North and the main stronghold in the North, which is the Starks. And I do think there are a lot. This is quite an interesting name for the Starks because remember, there always has to be a Stark in Winterfell. So I think there's some spells there binding, some ancient spells that relate to there should always be a Stark in Winterfell. And I think this looks very icy, wintry, sparkly, with a bit of mystery, because I still think, particularly in the books, that there's more to find out about the Starks and their lineage and heritage. So this is Glam Polish, Spellbound, and this represents House Stark for me. So the next question is about least favourite character, and this is a tricky one because there's some real obvious villains in the series, but for me, my least favourite character has got to be Melisandre, the Red Witch, Melisandre of Ashai, who is kind of started to appear in the books, being an advisor to Stannis, and I just think that when she's reading her messages in the flames, that she just doesn't understand what she's interpreting, and I just don't like her. I don't like her at all. So this polish represents Melisandre for me, and this is a very sparkly, deep red, blood red holographic. It's beautiful actually, and this is from Dance Legend. And one of the other reasons that I picked this is because it's called Royal Blood, and she's always going on about how important royal blood is and king's blood, and yeah, so this for me represents my least favourite character, which is Melisandre. And my least favourite house, this is question 4, and for me that's got to be the Freys. It's Walder Frey, who's this horrible Weasley character who has millions and millions of offspring, and that's what makes the house. They're currently affiliated to House Lannister, so they're just traitors and sneaky. You know, it's this horrible, sneaky house. They were also involved in the horrible event, which was the Red Wedding at the Twins. So the sigil for House Frey is 2 stone twin towers, which is the Twins, which both stands over. I think it's the Green Fork. I can't remember. In the books, it's the river that Catelyn Lady Stark got thrown into. So this beautiful polish for me represents House Frey. So it's a beautiful polish for a horrible house, but this is Boy with the Bread 2.0, and for me it's those stone twin towers, but with that sparkly, I just love, love, love this polish. It's beautiful. Frenzy polish, which was sent to me by Julia. It's just gorgeous. And so this represents the twin stone towers above the river, and that's representing House Frey, my least favourite house. So the next question is favourite Westeros location, and for me that has to be the wall. I love everything that happens up at the wall. The chapters in the books are always really interesting. The mystery about behind, beyond the wall and into the wall is a 300-mile structure that was basically built to separate the lands of men from the lands of always winter. And for me, this polish represents the wall. So it's that kind of greyish snow of the north, but also the name, My Boyfriend Scales Walls. So for me, this represents my favourite location, which is the wall. So question 6 is, if you had a house colour and your sigil, what would that be? And obviously for me it's green. And this is a beautiful deep forest green that was sent to me by Lisa Hendy, and this is Queen of Green, and I absolutely love this one. So this is Sinful Colours, a deep green with a metallic, strong metallic flakies in there, absolutely beautiful. So this would be my house colour and my house sigil. So next up are polishes that you've got from Game of Thrones collections. Now I've shown you this one before. I've shown you these 4 polishes before. These are the beautiful Cadillaca polishes from their Game of Thrones collection, and my favourite is definitely this one, which is Wear It Like Armour. So these are old phrases from the books and the TV show. The Night is Dark and Full of Terrors, which is a beautiful jelly glitter. Wear It Like Armour, which has got these gorgeous coppery glitters in. I just love this one. This one is probably my least favourite, but I can't get rid of it just because of the name, and it goes with the collection. A Dragon Is Not a Slave. I've only got 4 of them. I know that there's a much bigger collection, and I've got a feeling that Catherine probably has more than this. And this is Nothing Burns Like the Cold, which is a beautiful shimmery, holographic, shimmery ice blue. So they're my 4 Cadillaca polishes. I also have 2 glitter baby nail polishes that are Game of Thrones themed, and this is Cersei and Daenerys. So these came out in a duo, and I can tell you, if there's going to be a battle of the queens, I don't know if this is foreshadowing, but Cersei is fine. She's doing absolutely fine. However, Daenerys, which is this beautiful blue shimmer, she's gone a bit wonky, and she's gone very thick. I'm going to have to see if I can thin this, or I might just get rid of it because I have used a fair amount. But yeah, so that's a bit scary. At the moment, in my polish collection, Cersei definitely seems to have beaten Daenerys. So that's those 2. And another polish that didn't come from a Game of Thrones collection, but is definitely Game of Thrones themed, is Knows Nothing, which is the phrase that was always thrown at Jon Snow. And this is a gorgeous, sparkly, deep steel grey, which does remind me of the Wall and the Night's Watch, with lots of silver hex glitters and tiny micro, or in fact those big silver glitters are holographic as well, with little tiny holographic specks. And yeah, so that's from Polish Me Royalty, and I absolutely love this one. And the final question, question 8, is a polish that should be in a Game of Thrones collection. And for me, that is one of the things that's missing, I think, in Game of Thrones nail polish collections are the black and red of House Targaryen. And this is a beautiful polish that was sent to me by Amanda, Nail Polish Hound. And it's Today I Accomplished Zero, which sometimes reminds me when I'm reading the chapters of Daenerys in the series A Song of Ice and Fire, it does kind of feel as though she's not really accomplishing much. She's travelling around and it seems like she's never ever going to get back to Westeros. Yeah, so that's Today I Accomplished Nothing, and for me this is a great polish to represent House Targaryen. So that was my Game of Thrones themed collaboration. Thank you to Catherine for coming up with the questions. I will link Lisa and Catherine's videos down below. If you are going to be following Game of Thrones and you're interested in listening to what we have to say about each episode, the three of us are going to be doing live broadcasts on, and we'll let you know whose channel. It'll probably be different. We'll swap it around for the 6 episodes. It's only 6, not 10 this season. But I've got a feeling every single episode is going to be like an epic film. So I'm really looking forward to that. And I'm also looking forward to having a chat with Catherine and Lisa to see what they thought of the episodes. So yeah, please join us if you can. We'll try and put the time up to coordinate with where we're UK, Switzerland and Canada. So we need to kind of coordinate the time, but it will be on Monday evenings. And yeah, hopefully you can join us. There'll be live questions and we will let you know nearer the time when that's going to be for like US time. In the UK it will be on Mondays at around 10-11 o'clock. So hopefully you can join us, and yeah, thanks a lot for watching. Let me know who your favourite Game of Thrones character is if you want to. I'll list the 8 questions down below so that you can answer those questions if you want to in the comments. Before I finish, I've got to tell you that on my nails is the beautiful Illamasqua Nurture, and it's a bright it's a bright green and it tips into neon. I think it does anyway. It feels like a neon to me, and I did some crazy stamping practice with it and a bit of fan brush underneath this one. So yeah, that's my nail. That's what I'm wearing on my nails, in case you were wondering. See you in the next video. Bye.